Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and today we're installing this Allen & Roth lighted patio umbrella. So here's the model number, and I've installed a few of the Allen & Roth things, including the gazebo, the table, chairs, and I really like their products. So we're going to first start out and lay this all out, and so this is everything that came in the package, as well as the umbrella itself, and a lot of it is assembled. So we're going to put our first piece down that looks like this for the track. The other one comes in on the top and sets down on top just like that. Next, we're going to look at our hardware, and so it's really nice. They have it all laid out, and there's a few different screws. There's really not a lot of hardware, and it comes with the 2 Allen wrenches as well for assembling this. The next piece is right here. We're going to go ahead and slide this on and flip it over, and now we can put our first screw in. So the first screw is on the top left of the package here, labeled as AA, and so we're going to take that out of the package, and it just tightens down with the Allen key. Very simple here for our foot pedal. So once that's tight, we're going to flip it back over. The next thing we're going to do is look at the hardware. So it is slightly taller on one than the other, so make sure that we do get these separated. So now we'll place piece G down, and we're going to use our DD bolts first, and so make sure there's a washer under each of them, and so we'll go ahead and screw those in. And what you'll notice is that the Allen key doesn't fit down in here. There's a very simple fix for that. What you'll do is push the little pedal down, and then you'll grab this and just twist it until you have access. So go ahead and lock that into place, and then we can tighten these back down. So next we're going to take this piece, which is labeled C, and we're going to set it down on top and line up the holes. And the hardware for this is CC. And so we're going to take our washers and make sure that each one of these has a washer on it. Then we're going to go ahead and tighten these ones down. And so we can thread these by hand first, then use our Allen key to tighten them down. And next we're going to look at our stand panels, and these are weighted down to help it from blowing away. So you'll notice that it has a little screw here that we'll take out, and that's where you're supposed to fill it with sand. So this is the best time to have it filled with sand, and you can maybe fill these two first and then make sure it's in the position you're going to want it, because it's going to be hard to move it around after that. But make sure it's in where you want it first off, and then again, you'll just take those out, fill it with the sand, and that's what they recommend doing. And then the other panels are the same way. Fill them with sand too and set them down. So this will keep it from blowing away in the wind. So very important to make sure that these are filled up. And so it is harder to kind of fill them up and then move the whole stand around. So you might want to just get the 2 of them filled up so where you can still move it. Next, we're going to bring in this trim piece here. We pull down on the foot pedal and slide it in place, and it will pop down. If you push on it, you should hear it click. Next comes another trim piece, so we line it up so that it goes into that notch. And as this one goes down, same thing, move the foot stand and then push down on it, and you'll hear it click. Okay, now on this part, this collar, this was a little tricky. We had slides on this way. However, we did have trouble lining up the hole that needs to go into it. So as you'll see later, as you try to put the stand down on it, that hole does not line up. So what we had to do was basically come in and tap this down. So grab a hammer. We even used a piece of wood to help too, so we didn't mar it up too bad. And you're going to tap it until it's fully seated down. So we even brought in some wood, and it did take some pressure to get that down, so that was something we wanted to make sure was in place. We hit it from the back as well, and once that was in place, we next brought in our solar panel. So this goes on the very top. We just screw this one on. Next, we're going to bring our umbrella shade part, and we're going to go ahead and lift it up, and you'll notice that there is a channel in the front that we want to line up. So it went the same direction as the base post. Now this is where that hole needs to line up. If it doesn't, you might have to tap that collar down. And so we take our last little piece of hardware here, and we go ahead and put it right in here at the base. So just make sure that that lines up. If you can't get that hole to line up, you might have to tap that collar down a little bit more, as we did, but we just used our Allen key to tighten that. The handle just popped right on, and if you look down in there, there's a little pin that pops out. And that's pretty much it. It's ready to go. Go ahead and push this button to tilt this up and down. it does have a lot of movement up and down and side to side that you can do with it. So we went ahead and rolled it open. It does have a string around it to keep it together, so make sure you undo that string first before you try to open this up. Up inside, there has a handle that you pull down. When you pull on that one, it will tilt this side to side, which was really nice. So as an example, we pull down here, and you can see it rotates. And then just make sure it locks back into place, so it's nice and firm. And then the button for the power is actually right here. So once you push that button, the light will turn on and off. This was actually going by just the solar panel at the time with its built-in battery. So I'm not sure how long that will last. It does also come with a power cable here. So you would just plug this in, and then you have an outlet adapter that you can plug into the wall. And otherwise, you can just pull that out and close this up. But that's how you get power to that light. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please check the video description. I'll put my playlist of all the other videos like this that I have. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Thanks, guys.